Long, long ago, in the days of King Henry II of England, there were certain forests in the North Country that were set aside for the king's hunting. No one was permitted to shoot deer there under penalty of death. One of the greatest of the king's hunting grounds was Sherwood Forest. It was guarded by the Sheriff of Nottingham and his battalion of King's Foresters. Near the forest, there lived a young man named Rob Fitzhugh. He was strong and had learned to become an excellent hunter with the bow and arrow. Rob lived with his uncle, Squire Gamewell, and one morning, as Rob came in to breakfast, the squire greeted him heartily.
"Well, Rob, my lad, I have news for you.
What may that be, Uncle?
Here's a chance to exercise your good long bow and win a pretty prize at the same time.
How, Uncle?
There's a fair in Nottingham town tomorrow, and the sheriff has proclaimed an archery tournament. The best fellows with a bow and arrow will be invited to join his King's Foresters, and the one who shoots the straightest of all will win a special prize, a golden arrow."
Oh, that sounds worth shooting for, Uncle. I would like to try my shooting skills alongside other men, and I've long hoped to join the King's Foresters.
Yes, Rob, I can see how much you love the forest. Well, you'll be on your way today to Nottingham, and good luck to you, my boy.
Rob set about on his journey to Nottingham. The road took him through Sherwood Forest, one of the king's hunting grounds. As he rounded a clump of trees in the forest, he suddenly came upon a group of the king's foresters, having a feast with meat and ale, and with them was their chief, the head forester.
"Chief, here comes a stranger."
"So I see. Ho there, young man. Where are you heading on this fine day?"
To Nottingham town, sire.
"To Nottingham? Ah, I see you have a long bow. And arrows. Does that mean that you intend to compete in the archery tournament?"
Yes, sire.
"Against my king's foresters? Country bumpkin like you?" Hear that, men?
My shooting is as good as yours, and my arrows will carry as straight and far. So I'll not take this humor from you.
No, you won't. Well, my impudent young man, show us some of your skill. If you can hit the target, I'll give you 20 silver coins. But if not, you are in for a thrashing.
Pick your own target. I bet my head against your silver coins that I can hit it.
All right, then. Just then, a herd of deer came into sight. Some 100 yards away, the chief forester pointed to them. "If you can speed an arrow half that distance, I'll shoot with you."
Done. See the deer at the head of the herd? Watch.
Robin quickly put an arrow to his bow, drew it, and sent the arrow straight across the clearing. It struck the deer and killed it. "Now see what you've done. You've killed one of the king's deer, and by law we must have your head. Men, seize him." But Rob ran quickly away from them, across the clearing.
"He's getting away!"
"My arrow will stop him." The chief forester quickly sent an arrow full at Rob. But it missed. Rob, from across the clearing, put another arrow to his bow.
"So you don't shoot so straight for all your talk. Take this from a country bumpkin."
Rob's arrow went straight to the chief forester's heart, and he fell over and lay still. Robin ran away and ran as fast as he could through the forest.
There he comes!
Rob quickly outdistanced them all and ran through the woods. The trees seemed to open their arms to him as he ran, and to welcome him to Sherwood Forest. Toward evening, he came to the cottage of a poor widow whom he knew. He told her his story.
"Yes, Rob, these are bad times. There's an evil wind that blows through Sherwood. The rich keep all the good land and game for themselves and leave nothing for the poor. My 3 sons and I were so hungry that they shot some of the king's deer to keep us from starving. Now the king's foresters hunt them, and they are outlaws."
Even as I am an outlaw now for having killed a deer and that bully, the chief forester.
"You will have to hide in Sherwood Forest, Rob. My sons hide there, and they tell me that there are scores of others, as good men as ever drew a bow, hiding with them."
Where are they? I will join them.
"Wait, my sons will visit me tonight. Stay here and talk to them."
Rob stayed, And later, the widow's 3 sons came. They were good men, and Rob told them of the day's happenings in Sherwood Forest.
So you are an outlaw too, Rob. Then you must join the rest of us. We have decided all to stick together as a group.
But our band of men lacks a leader, Rob. We need someone who can use his head as well as his hand and arrows. So we have agreed that whoever among us, as an outlaw, has the skill enough to go to the Nottingham Fair and win the prize at archery, he shall be our chief.
I am going to the fair, and all the foresters and sheriffs in the countryside will not stand between me and that prize.
Well said, Rob. I see you have the courage of a leader. If you win the golden arrow, you shall be chief of the outlaws in Sherwood Forest.
But be careful, Rob. The sheriff of Nottingham will be looking for you now. Be careful.
The next day dawned bright and clear, and Rob continued his journey to Nottingham. The whole town was in a mood for celebration, and the houses were decorated with ribbons and banners, all for the Nottingham Fair.